Okay, this is an example using the QuickAlloy desoldering alloy with the QuickAlloy desoldering alloy paste flux. Okay, so today I'm gonna desolder this used USB connector off on this used USB connector board. So first you apply some QuickAlloy flux from CyberDocLLC onto the location you want to solder, and then you heat out your soldering iron to above 300 degrees Celsius, and you get some of your QuickAlloy desoldering alloy handy here. Also, you can purchase the thinner from QuickAlloy. Sorry, thinner for LLC.com. It has a solder paste built-in, lead-free solder paste built into the copper mesh, and you can rejuvenate your tip every time you solder. See, like, it's very shiny. So basically you tin the tip. Okay, so now we're ready. The temperature is about 300 degrees Celsius. You heat up first the component you want to solder, desolder, and then you apply some of the solder from CyberDocLLC.com onto the location. Basically what you're doing here is you mix with the extremely low melting temperature desoldering alloy with the board alloy with flux assist. Then what you get is you're gonna get a combination of both, hence you have a much lower melting temperature. Then once you've done that, you just need to make sure all joints stay molten, and then just press down on the part that you want to take out. In this case, this USB connector. See, you can already see it's being wiggled. I'm having a little bit difficulty with this because this connector had a there we go. It has a low angle, it lock onto the board, but once you wiggle to the right angle, then you can remove it easily without worrying about the solder here. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Took me, if I'm doing this without recording, it'll probably take you like less than a minute to do this with everything ready. 30 seconds maybe. Okay, so that's it. This is the USB connector. It's perfectly functional and it's good, so I can reuse this in my other motherboard or laptop repair. So that's good. And I'm gonna do one more time so you can see what's going on. Okay. So zooming a little bit more. Let's see better. Alright. Okay, so I didn't do this, but what you want to do is see this dust on the board. You want to clean this board before you do any repair or just have harvesting parts. What you could do is you could put some alcohol on it and just wash it off. Okay, so let me repeat the same process again. Let me do it on this side so we can see it better. See this connector over here? So this is what I'm going to desolder. Again, repeat the process. You apply some of the QuickAlloy, well, CyberDoc flux. This flux is noclean. This flux is also really good for BGA rebuild. It's relatively liquidy, but it doesn't run all over the board, and it's pretty cheap. We have a very good price at CyberDocLLC.com for soldering supplies, especially for flux. Okay, so it works really well. You can see the alloy and the flux help the desoldering process very easily. And I'm going to do this. You just want to make sure every single lid is being melted, and then mix with the alloy. The alloy is reusable if you really want to. It's hard to harvest it, but it's possible it can be done. So once you do that, you just push the parts down. This is like probably a good thing to do for this thing, like to harvest the part, would be like use like maybe a vise or something to clamp down the part. So those way you only have to pull pressure on the board and it just come off. So I have to use. Let's see if I can do it this way. Just push it in and separating. Let me get the angle right. Separating the parts. You can get one side off first. So you can push it, just push it through, and make sure these four lids are molten, and push down the other side. There we go. And again, final one touch, just make sure everything is molten and just push. Push the top. There we go. Like I said, there's a little funny kink angle on the part, on this, when they put onto the board. So it's not so much as the solder is preventing the desoldering, it's really this little angle, the metal itself is like a clipping onto the board. Anyways, so what you can do afterwards is you want to clean off the alloy, because right now it's kind of like a big blob onto the connector. Then all you need to do is just make it hot again, and while it's still wet, shake it and it will come right off. There we go. See? They just fly out over there. That's where the alloy used to be. And then just do a little final cleaning. Apply a little bit of flux so the alloy will flow better. There we go. And clean off the residues. Okay, so that's it. You successfully soldered off the USB connector. To solder anything back, all you need to do is do the same thing. Use the alloy and push it back to the hose while it's still hot. I'll suggest you to do hot air to molten all the holes instead of using soldering iron, because soldering iron can, if the hole is really small, it can potentially damage the soldering pads. So using hot air, apply to this area, keep it at about 200 degrees Celsius. Then with the alloy, the CyberDocLLC desoldering alloy, and then you just push this through the hole as the alloy is molten in these connectors. Okay, thank you for watching. Oh, a quick note. We sell two kind of alloy. One is leaded, which is the one I use here, and also lead free. The way to tell if it's lead or lead free, they look identical in size and color. The lead free one, it's more resistant to tensile strength, and the leaded one, it's more brittle, so it breaks more easily. It's up to your preference. Like, lead is not exactly healthy for you. Like, it's a neurotoxin. So the leaded one breaks off pretty easily. You just bend it and it breaks right off. The lead free one, you can bend it into a certain shape before it breaks. I prefer the leather one because it's it melts at lower temperature, but in reality, it depends what you do. Like, actually, to be honest, I don't really have a preference. The leather one, Okay, so forget the preference. The leather one melts at a lower temperature, and they differ by few degrees. The lead-free one, however, it's safe and it does not lead. Lead is a neurotoxin. Once it gets in your bodystring, it absorbs. It absorbs best through mucosal membrane. It's like if you ingest it into your mouth, or let's say if you're boiling lead and you vaporize lead into the air, then you breathe it in. So good ventilation is very important. But in self-soldering, your temperature is not gonna go up to 1000 degrees Celsius. 3000 degrees, I think it was 3000 degrees Celsius, that's the vaporization of lead. So as long as you don't make 3000 degrees Celsius, you should be okay with lead soldering. But still, the flux could be a bad thing, so good ventilation is good. Because rosin-based flux can induce asthma. All flux induce asthma, so it doesn't really matter what flux you use. Anyways, a little bit tangent, but so the lead-free one is for people who doesn't want to work with lead. Like for example, if you're using lead, don't hold it with your finger. Lead doesn't really get absorbed really well through your regular keratin skin, like your fingertip. But it's still, I don't know, like little micro little teeny bit of lead get through your skin and get absorbed into your blood. But if you use lead-free alloy, then you don't have that worry, because whatever that's in lead-free, it's so safe to use. You can practically eat it out of it. You can make a play with the lead-free alloy from CyberDocLLC and eat out of it with food without getting sick. But leather one, please don't even try. Don't even think about it, because that. Also, if you have little children at home, lead tastes sweet for some reason. To human body, it tastes just like it processed like a sugar, like a sucrose molecule, and our taste buds will perceive it as sweet. And for little babies and children, they don't understand not to eat lead. They take stuff from the ground and pick it into their mouth. So you have little babies and children at home that eat things off the ground. Do not use lead-free alloy or any kind of solder that has lead in it, because that's dangerous for the kid. Aside from that, it's really a personal preference thing, leaded or lead-free, it's up to you. The lead-free one's a little bit more expensive because it's harder to manufacture and it's difficult to make. So yeah, it's up to you. But the science of everything is the leaded one, the leaded desoldering alloy from CyberDoc. It's much lower temperature and more brittle, which might not be something you want to use if you want to solder component parts back onto the board. So leather solder in that case will be a better choice. It's still, the leather solder is just a little bit higher temperature. It's little tiny bit, but it works just as the same and just as good as desoldering. If you don't believe me, you can watch my other video making a demonstration of comparing lead-free solder and leather solder. It's almost the same thing. Like, you can't tell the difference. The only difference is that you can touch it with your hand. But anyways, so this is the video of using CyberDoc noclean flux, the desoldering flux, and the desoldering CyberDoc alloy. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.